Hello YouTube. Let's get started with the outfit of the day, shall we? This is a new little dress I picked up. I really liked it because it's colorful, and then it's got this sarong thing that just kind of sucks you in, and it's got this little flirty feel to it. The back is pretty cute. It's got the little fluffiness at the bottom. What's that called? Fishtail. So I just wanted to show you my outfit of the day first, and then I just wanted to talk to you for a minute. What do you think? You know, today has been a day of reflecting for me. Some of you love these kind of videos. Here, let's get the perfect look first. You know, everything's got to be tucked and nipped and sucked and perfect, right? Is that what we YouTubers do? I don't know. We try, but we're not perfect. So anyway, I've been really reflecting today. It's a rainy day, and I've been taping a bunch of videos. As you can see, my hair is just like so over it. And then I laid on my biomat. I believe in cleansing my energy once I'm done with a bunch of videos. And what I mean by that is I'm learning now. You know, I'm having to retrain myself now that I live alone. I have stayed busy for so long, taking care of everybody, taking care of the house, taking care of everything, that I forgot how to take care of me. And so what I'm doing for this year alone is kind of like when somebody goes to another country and tries to learn their language, or moves away from everybody so that they have to or goes to the ocean to write a book. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Is I'm cleansing, I'm detoxing, I'm learning new tools to apply to my new life. And there's good days and bad days, but I'm celebrating every good day that I have. And each day it gets easier and easier with this new life. And I realize it's okay to be happy. It's okay to be a little bit selfish. It's okay to take care of myself and learn new skills and coping mechanisms. You know, it's okay. It's really okay. And, you know, today I was learning a lot about these 4 principles that if you want to know how to set yourself free, if you feel like there's a blockage and you just can't keep moving forward, you're just like dwelling over people and things that have happened to you, and you keep on telling your story over and over and over again. Well, don't you get tired of telling the same story over and over again to get the same results? It's kind of like a bicycle. It just keeps going round and round and round and round, and it's just over and over, and it's repetitive. Well, the same thing with our stories. If we keep rehashing them, if we keep telling them over and over and keep throwing other people underneath the bus and thinking that makes us feel better, or that we're a superior person because that other person is so terrible, and oh my gosh, you couldn't imagine doing what they're doing. You think that's helping you, but it's not. In fact, it shows how truly sick you really are and how stuck you really are. And I think that's been my biggest lesson. So for me, I'm learning that I must do these 4 things in order to move forward. And I hope that my new life, my new house, and I hope that you'll gain some wisdom in just wherever you are, learning that it's not about somebody else. It's always, you have to forgive people in order to set yourself free and set them free, and then keep going your path and your purpose, whatever that is for you. And so my 4 things now I'm focusing on and that I've learned today are, I am sorry. And you can say that however you want. You can say, I'm sorry that I was so, that I held on to this story for so long. I'm sorry that I talked bad about you. I'm sorry that I talked bad about myself. I'm sorry I treated myself that way. I'm sorry I treated my body that way. You can put it in context, whoever it is, and you can use it for several people, including yourself. And then the second thing is, I forgive you. You see, in order to move on with your new life and with your new path and with your new sense of self, you have to forgive not only yourself, but you've got to forgive that other person that you've been holding on to, and you've just constantly, you're angry that this happened, and you're just mad, and you can't get over it, and how dare they, how bad they were to you, and how could they have done this? You see, you have to say, I forgive you, and then put their name in it. And just like I've done for myself, I forgive you, Ursula. I know that you're not perfect. I know that you make mistakes every day. And, I forgive you. And even if you have to say it every day, and say that person, the name of the person that you feel angry at. Like, I forgive you, Mom. My mom has done so many wrong things to me and abandoned me. And I say, I forgive you, Mom. Not for her, but for me, for my freedom. And actually, in turn, it does help them, because that blockage and that, that attachment all of a sudden starts to come apart. And there's ways to do that. When two people join, or when families join, you have that connection, you have that bond. But if you no longer want that connection or bond, and if it no longer serves you, then you have to find ways of forgiving them, forgiving yourself, and then moving forward into your life and doing new things and learning new things and finding new friends and finding people who complement you, finding people who stimulate your mind. It's easy for us to look on the outside and go, oh my gosh, you're so gorgeous. I like the way you look. I like the way you smile. I like the way you look at me. I like your body type. But if there's nothing there intellectually, how long can that carry you? So you want to be sure too that you, as you proceed and you move forward, that you find somebody that complements you and that's intellectual. If you're intellectual, if you're spiritual, that you're spiritual, other half is spiritual. If you're whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And then the third thing is to say, thank you. And I take this as, thank you for all the lessons I've learned. Thank you for all the lessons you've taught me. Thank you for being the person I needed at the time. And the saying that sometimes people are there in your life forever, ever, and sometimes people are there for seasons. And I believe that full-heartedly, because now in my later years, if you would have told me that this is what I would be doing, I would be in a home by myself, I would have thought that was crazy. But we don't know where our life is going and where our path is leading us. We just have to be in tune with ourselves. And so we know when to go and know when to shift and know who to forgive and know when the time is up with someone or something. And even thank you to yourself. Thank you, body, that you continue to work every single day so that I can get up and walk, so that I can get up and move, so that I can, put clothes on and do all the things that I need to do. And then the fourth thing is, I love you. How many times do you hear I love you? Sometimes people say it all the time. Sometimes people say it just to say it. But how many times do you feel I love you? And it penetrates your soul, So if you say that every day to that person that maybe you were mad at and that you thought you could never say to again because of what's happened in your life, if you just simply say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Or if you say, just simply look in the mirror and say, I love you, Ursula, just as you are. And, I used to think that was all hokey pokey nonsense stuff. But as I'm going through what I'm going through in my life right now, I've got the beautiful things. I've got the beautiful house. But I found myself feeling so lonely and so lost. And I'm like, there's got to be a way that I can enjoy all of this that I have. But I have to like myself, because I can't get away from myself. And see, when you're alone, you can't get away from yourself. You have to find tools that you can cope. Like, for instance, if you're waking up in the middle of the night or you can't sleep and you don't know why this is happening every single night, well, that's the time that you need to get in tune with yourself. That's the time that you, if you're spiritual, if you pray, that's the time you pray and say, thank you, God. Thank you for waking me up. What lesson do I need to learn tonight? And pray and just pray. And even if you don't know, it's probably healing going on in your heart from trauma or, past things that have happened to you, or maybe some issues in your childhood that you didn't heal yet. I found myself things coming up in my childhood um, that I haven't healed from. And so I needed to come to a place to where I can just work on myself and not be ashamed of why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, and not being able to explain why I feel the way I feel, because sometimes you don't know, and so you kind of have to do the therapy in order to cleanse yourself, reboot yourself, invest in yourself. Your inner self has all the answers. And I've known this for so long, but I stayed so busy in my life and pleasing everyone for so long. Kids, husbands, animals, making sure the house was right, making sure that the videos came out good, making sure the flowers were watered. And then I came here by myself with a dog, and I'm like, I don't have any flowers to water. I don't have any lawn mows to mow because they do it for me. I don't have any water or any lawns to water because that does it for me, the automatic sprinklers. I don't have anybody to cook for because it's only me. I can put out some dog food and put some water in a bowl because she has to be fed, my dog. But I had to relearn, okay, what do I need? What portion size do I need at my age? I don't need all that food that I was eating before. I don't necessarily need to eat meat unless I'm absolutely craving it. I can find ways to satisfy myself when I need to. I can find ways to read books and gain knowledge. I can watch YouTube videos and learn new skills and meditations and lay on my biomat and have that radiant heat go through my body, killing cancer cells, listening to chakra music or meditation music or waterfalls, and knowing it's okay to take that half hour for myself, and creating a place of peace and serenity and spa-like feel is what I've done and what I'm learning every single day. And so I just wanted to come on here. I know this is a different type of video than I've ever shared. Some of you will absolutely hate it, and some of you will absolutely love it, I hope, if you're going through something. But for the most part, I did this for myself because someday it would be great if my kids even looked back at this video and was like, wow, mom's just really working on herself right now. And just knowing that it's okay. Whatever situation you're in, it's okay. You're going to be okay. Forgive. Say you're sorry. Say thank you. And say I love you. Are four of the most amazing things you can do for healing in your body. It's a thing from Hawaii. I forget the name of it, but it's a meditation series, and I'm so thankful for it because now I feel like whenever I talk to somebody in my life, current situation, that I will no longer focus on what others are doing or how bad this other person is or how they made me feel or any of that. I will be looking at them, getting to know them, and getting to know if are you my match for a friend? Are you a match for whatever? Do I feel better after talking to you than I did before? Is this a business thing? Is this a friendship thing? What is it? And then just like determining that, whether the person, but anyway, focusing on myself and focusing on you, because when you're talking to somebody, that's all you need to do. You don't need to worry about what this person's doing or all that gossip. All you need to do is just focus on each other. And how many people do that anymore with the texting and the phones? How many people actually look in each other's eyes and say, wow, I'm interested in you, you know? And if I were to ever get in a relationship again, that's exactly what I'd be looking for. I would be looking for somebody who looks into my soul and my spirit and looks at my heart before they looked at all this, you know? And I would be looking at whether we could communicate or not, whether we could have deep conversations or not, soulful conversations. I would be looking at, would this person come sit out on the porch with me and have tea with me? Or would this person come sit out by the fire with me and talk to me just about nothing, just random thoughts and dreams, and that wouldn't talk about somebody else and how bad somebody else treated you, or how bad this person was, and how if they almost ran into you at work. I mean, all that stuff is irrelevant. All that stuff doesn't matter, because when you come into the walls of your own home, you get to create, and to your own experience at lunch or dinner or whatever, you get to create what it is that you want to talk about, and what it is that you're concerned about, and what it is that makes you feel good. And wouldn't it be great to have a relationship to where you could look in somebody's eyes and say, this is what I want, and this is what I deserve, and have the other person get you and say, yeah, I know what you're saying. I feel you. I've been feeling the same way. I've been working on myself. I've been doing the inner healing. I've been doing the work. I've been getting whole within myself so that I can find another whole person. Because isn't it sad when you attract somebody that's broken, somebody who's lonely, and somebody who's sad? Wouldn't it be great to just attract two whole people, just, you know, surviving in this world, doing the work that it takes every single day? How exciting would that be in the lovemaking, to be able to be that in tune with somebody's spirit? You know, I think about all these things. I know this is deep today, and you don't always get the deep side of me, but I also want this sometimes, because some people don't understand why I do the things I do. And I don't always understand why I do the things I do. All I know is that I'm listening to my heart. I'm listening to my emotions. I'm listening to the things that make me feel good and the things that don't make me feel good. And I'm going with the things that make me feel good. And I think that there's many lessons to be learned in that, is that, you know, we only get this one life, and we're going to mess up and we're going to make mistakes along the way. But when we say, I'm sorry, thank you, I forgive you, I love you, and then we keep on moving forward into this magnificent world that we get to create every single day, then I think that we truly would be happier people by focusing on ourselves and doing the work on ourselves in order to get the healing, in order to get the life that we so deserve. And to me, I feel like it's so much better to be alone with yourself than it is to be with another that just doesn't have the same knowledge and willing to do the same work within themselves, that they're always pushing fingers or telling you it's your fault or this or that. So I would encourage you today to just maybe do those 4 things, and just maybe you're blessed enough to have the most amazing life, and if so, then keep on doing those things and share it with others, because I think that there is not enough of this in the world, and we're all so busy and running around and 9-to-5 jobs and the hustle and bustle, but it takes some work to get inside of yourself and start liking yourself. And so let me know below if this helped you, and if you're maybe possibly going to implement those 4 things, or if you already know about it and you already do it, and you meditate and you do yoga and you spend time with yourself. Because I think it's so important, and this is what I'm searching for now in my later life, and this is why I can make the videos that I can make, and the Patreon and everything, because I'm now so in tune with myself and with my body, and I've let go of what people think of me years ago. I don't care what people think about me. All I care about is being healthy and happy and doing the things that I love that bring people joy. And so thank you for watching. And you know what? I may take your advice and may open up another YouTube channel. We'll see. We'll see what the future has. But in the meantime, Patreon is keeping me really busy. And I'll leave the links below if you want to join any of my private sites. And I thank you so much for hearing me out today. And I hope this helped. And press the bell button and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I'll see you on my next video. I have no idea what I'll be doing. You know me, and maybe that's why you watch, because one minute I'm dancing in the pool, the next minute I'm talking about internal stuff. I'm doing bikini fashion shows. You just never know with me. I've got such a vast variety of things in my pocketbook, in my personality. So, thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day.